Hey, we're back again. Coon Prairie Ramblers, that is. Circled up and ready to go.
We're on?
We're on. Yeah, we're going to. This is the F-bomb time,
The
buddy.
F-bomb.
Did we catch you with your pants down?
I don't think so. Not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime.
Anyway.
We're going to have to drop. We're dropping trowel. We're dropping the bomb.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
And it's the bomb today. Are you ready? Let's do it.
I'm stoked. I'm ready to go. Come on.
Here we
Go on, bring it
go.
on.
Everybody.
Yippee-i-yo.
Goodness.
Oh, that adjusted my spine.
You could feel that in your sacroiliac?
Yeah. My sacro and
All the way down
iliac.
to the end of your sacroiliac?
Yeah.
You can't say that on the air.
Sacroiliac.
What are we going to talk about?
A sacred what?
What are
Well, we
we
was going to talk about
An F-bomb.
F-bomb. Wait a minute. Did it
What
just
is
leave
the
our
bomb,
minds?
Luke? Brother Luke?
You said it a
It
while
was,
ago.
no,
If you could choose a famous author, living or dead, to write your life's story,
Yeah.
who would you choose and why?
All right.
Well, Mills has already been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel done wrote his.
Yeah, I wrote my own.
That's
Mel
cheating.
Jackson.
What's the difference between a biography and a biopic?
A biopic? So a biopic sounds like an operation.
That sounds
where they-
medical.
Where they take something
your
and
bio-
they see if it's got
they
cancer
take
or
your,
something.
Your bio out.
Yeah.
Well, there's biology. I mean, no. Give me the word again.
Biopic? Biographical?
Biographical.
Biographical and autobiographical.
Autobiographical. Yeah.
So you're an
Well, yeah,
autopilot.
well, one
But writing
somebody
about
writes
yourself.
about you,
Yeah.
and the other one is you write about you.
Or you're an
But-
autopilot and you're writing it.
As far as an author, since if I wanted to pick somebody different to write, I would want Dr. Seuss to write.
He's
Hey, he
dead.
took mine. That ain't fair. I should have went first.
Plus, he's dead.
You weasel. Well, you can be dead.
Okay, I'll switch.
No,
it.
living or dead. Living or dead.
Hey,
Okay.
how about E.B. White? I'll do E.B. White because he did
E.B. or E.E.?
E.B.
Why?
White.
With the
Oh, the
writer,
guy,
Peter Cottontail?
What
He-
about
he did,
Charlotte's Web?
Yeah, he did. Did he do that? But he did Stuart Little, the mouse in the
Yeah.
car. Yeah,
Oh.
that was pretty cool.
I can see your life as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Especially all the adventures you had, running away, joining the
Did
circus
he
and all
did
that.
write Charlotte's Web, didn't he? Yeah. And that was kind of weird, wasn't it?
Charlie, my grandson's reading that right now. He doesn't know how it's going to end. They're not telling him either.
Oh,
so,
no.
they're setting him up for a fall.
Oh, man.
He's
Yeah,
going to be
it's
heartbroken.
it's sad.
He has to read so many pages for
sad
a half hour
story.
each night.
Sad,
He's going to be
sad.
traumatized, but hope he's not listening. But
It's very sad. It's extremely sad.
don't look so sad.
Well, I think
Go ahead.
Yes.
I would want Dean Koontz, right?
What? Who?
Dean Koontz.
He wanted to make it scary. That's
No, he wrote.
that's one of Stephen King's
Non-scary.
contemporaries.
Did you ever read Odd Thomas?
Odd Thomas. I've heard of it, but I've never read
Well,
it.
it's not scary at all. It's
So it'd be like Odd Casey.
it'd be Odd Casey. Well, that'd be a good title. I just like the way he writes. He always got a dog in him. The dogs are.
We can't
As
go
a matter
wrong
of
with a
fact,
dog.
he even had one book where the dog is the protagonist in the whole book.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever read a book where the dog was the protagonist? And I mean, he's a
I
really
can get rid of that dog.
he's a dog person. Why?
That's crazy.
Hey, that's my dog at home. He's a protagonist.
No, he's an antagonist.
Oh,
protagonist.
Oh, I got it backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, protagonist not
Thank
a
you
bad
for that
thing.
elucidation there.
I was watching a movie here a few weeks ago, and somebody was narrating all the way through, and you didn't know till the end, and then it turned out being the family dog. Is how you found at the very end. You found out it was a dog talking, telling the story about this crazy family or whatever. And
I would have
I
thought
was
I
wondering, well, who's supposed to be narrating this? And you never knew till the end. It was
I
cool.
thought you could probably pick up on the accent,
You thought I would. Well, he was barking it out at me.
but I
You
like
thought.
Dean Koontz, and he also is very. You talked about people that describe things well. He describes things very.
Gets into it, a lot of detail.
Yeah, and uses words that usually somebody like me will have to end up going to the dictionary to look up what that meant.
I heard that. I don't need none
So
of
somewhere during the book, you're gonna have to, when he's writing about me, you're gonna have to say, "What does that mean?"
Yeah, I don't like that. That's
Oh, I
crazy.
do. 'Cause it helps you.
It does if
Expand
you
your
got time. A lot of people just skim over it and guesstimate what
I
it is.
don't. I don't. If I hear, if one of y'all, we were sitting around talking, and one of y'all said a word that I didn't know what it was, as soon
You
as
pick
I
up your
got home,
phone and you look it up.
yeah,
right now.
nowadays, but before I would go home and look it up. And I thank God that when I was growing up, my mother and father, if I asked them what,
Serendipity man or something.
serendipity meant, they'd say, well, go look it up in the dictionary.
That's what my mother would do.
And I
Really?
love
Drive
the
me
fact
crazy.
that I did that because
Look that up with your funkin' waggles.
you learn the word better when you look it up yourself than
That's
if your
true.
mom
Yeah.
and dad or your teacher told you what serendipity
Yeah, because you get
meant.
examples of it and
Yeah.
how it's used and so forth.
I used to tell her,
So-
Mom, just tell me now.
Pronunciation.
I mean, I know you know it. Don't make me go do that. Come on, tell me, Mom.
Oh, you
So
led
anyhow,
a
I
troubled
had to-
life there.
I did
Tortured
that. I
life.
would want Dean Koontz just for that reason, just because
Dean
he'd use some
Koontz.
flowery words, and there would probably be a dog in there that was central to the
Would have to
the
be.
story, and the dog would be somebody a dog would be a character that you would relate to. I mean, you could almost imagine petting the dog or something.
Oh.
So I would be a Dean Koontz.
Dean Koontz.
I'm sure he's never written a biography, but maybe if I spoke to him about it.
Hey, get him on the phone. Worst he can do is say no.
Well, see, he'd never wrote a book in third person either till he wrote. Not third person. I mean, he always
First
writes
person?
third. He wrote Odd Thomas in first person,
Really?
which
I used
is
to work-
is a big change. Can you imagine writing books all your life and you're writing in third person,
Then you got to change.
and all of a sudden you say, "I'm gonna write this book in first person," and then you decide to make a series out of that. And you wrote 4 of them in first person. I mean, you'd have to concentrate,
You really
not to switch
really
back
would.
over.
I used to work with a guy that talked in first person.
Really.
Well, Carl's ready to go back to the shop and take a break now. Carl's got to go to the bathroom. Carl wants to stop and get a cup of coffee. It's Carl Skinner. Yesterday was his birthday. I used to work with him in the plumbing shop out at G. Pierce Weird, the mental hospital here. But Carl Skinner, he does some of the cooking down there at Nocatee Old Timers. But Carl this and Carl
Yeah.
that. It was pretty humorous.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick somebody, I think I would pick the late, great Southern columnist and hero
Oh,
Louis Grizzard.
I knew you was going to say that.
Louis Grizzard, the one, the only, who used to write for the Atlanta Constitution, and he for a few years he went up north and lived in Chicago, where he says he was held prisoner for 3 years up there, and wrote about all the Yankees and stuff up there. But he would tell it like it was. He'd be having a fit today trying to write about all the political correctness. He's been dead for a while, but he would probably be crucified by the community because
Oh,
he
he-
told it like it was. I mean,
But he could be flowery too.
he could. I got a collection of his book. Odd titles like
Don't bend over in the garden.
Granny, because you know them taters got eyes, and
Elvis is dead, and I ain't feeling
I
so
don't
good
feel so good
myself.
to myself. And if she tore my heart out and stomped that sucker flat, and shoot low boys and riding Shetland ponies. He gives a whole series of books. He's just hilarious writer. I think I would let him. I would trust him with that.
That would be a good one.
Wow.
You know who else would be a good one to write? Is Dave Barry.
Oh yeah, Dave Barry. I mean, he's like a metropolitan version of Louis
Yeah,
Grizzard.
exactly. That's what I would. In weird ways, I can compare the two.
Yeah, I mean, quirky sense of humor. Dave Barry wrote some really good books too. And he was, I don't know if he's still writing a column or not, but he wrote for years and years. And he made a TV show. It was a sitcom with, he wasn't in it, but the guy that played the judge on Night Court portrayed him. It was called Dave's World or something. It was on TV back in the probably 90s.
That was a pretty good show too.
Yeah, it was. It actually was. It was cute. All right, Mellowishes.
Well, if I had to pick another author, it would be Sam Clemens.
Samuel Clemens.
Yeah, because he did. You know, I ran away. So the story about me was running away, and he
So you'd be Huck Finn.
yeah, I'd be a Huck Finn.
Mel Finn.
I'd make it to the Mississippi River at least. In my
And then you could figure out how to get over to the other
how do you
side.
get over there?
He'd be Huckleberry Jackson. I'd be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. I'd be going up and down the river on the east side, trying to figure it.
Trying to
Can
figure it
you
out.
imagine if he was alive today and
Oh my
and he
goodness.
just followed you around for like a week and then
Yeah.
just did a little short story describing you, who you would end up being.
He was well
Incredible.
traveled.
Incredible. Yes, he was.
I mean, he went to Egypt. I mean, he talked about the Mohammedans and And I mean, he went
He
everywhere.
was born the year Halley's Comet came by, and he died the year Halley's Comet
Yeah.
came back. He
Really?
lived 75
He
years.
planned that, you think?
Yeah, he said he was going to die that year, and he did.
And we got to see the Haley's comet in our
Halley's.
Halley's, not well. It's a
Not
long,
Bill
many
Haley
years
in the
ago,
comet.
probably 20 or some years ago. But it
Around
comes
it.
around every 76 years or
76,
something like that,
75,
and that's
whatever
about
it is.
how long he lived.
Yeah,
I saw Halle Berry on TV one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was she on a comet?
No.
I saw
By
Huckleberry Hound.
herself. She
Does that
went
count?
stag.
I hope
We'll
so.
all be in
Right,
town
sure.
for Huckleberry Hound.
We used to watch Huckleberry Hound all the time.
yeah.
Oh, his guy.
Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He was blue. I never figured. His name should have been Blue
Augie Doggy.
because he was blue.
Blue Hound.
Yeah.
Augie Doggy and Doggy Daddy.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about old cartoons on another segment. Let's do that
Yeah.
next week, maybe. About old timey cartoons versus the crazy stuff that's out there today.
Oh yeah. The Hanna-Barbera or the
We'll talk about all of them.
or the Warner Brothers.
We'll throw them all in there, or do a segment
Favorites.
each.
Yeah.
But Mark Twain would have been a good writer
He would have been.
for you or whatever, because he had this interesting way of looking at life, kind of like Will Rogers and a few others. Where they
That
just
would have been a good
they were
one for
just-
me,
yeah.
Will Rogers.
they're just on a different level.
Yeah.
They see things. It's like they have on a special pair of glasses when they look at life, and they interpret it, and then they regurgitate it. What
I wonder
goes
if
to
he
their
would have
mind
had
really
a
good.
if Sam Clemens was alive today, how would he be classed? I mean, I wonder if he'd have a psychological.
He would have a following, but he would have a lot of people that didn't like him
Well,
too.
don't they have some people that have protest against some of his books?
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah,
of-
some of them they don't want in the schools anymore. They're
Well,
banning
yeah.
them.
Well, there's some real raunchy stuff he wrote also.
well, a lot of it though was
They don't consider him politically correct anymore.
politically
Yeah,
correct, and I'm sure that
Well,
that's
nowadays
okay.
he would probably be banned.
Yeah. Well, they're probably kicking his books out.
Sad,
Yeah.
sad.
It
huh?
is because I mean he was one of the greatest.
Well, speaking of getting kicked out, we're fixing to get kicked out of here. We're replacing the carpet, and we're going to have to get on out here for another week. So we're
They
down
said
to-
we could go uptown, downtown, around town, but we can't stay here.
That's exactly right. We're down to almost 30 seconds now, so we'll have to come up with something else to talk about next week. So y'all be sure to tune in. Don't tune in, tune out, and drop out or whatever. We'll see you next week. What is the frequency, Kenneth?
It is 1480 AM on your radio dial, WFLN, Arcadia's news and information station. Tune it in and rip off the knobs.